Ladies and gentlemen, your eyes do not deceive you. This is a Zenyatta skin. He's an octopus. It's absolutely crazy, and I've got all of the details. All right, so if you guys follow me on Twitter, which is @Stylosa, go and follow me. It's beautiful. You would have seen me tweeting about this. This is the official Overwatch League MVP for last year, by the way. Skin. Now, skins take a fairly long time to get made, I guess. And so, yeah, this one is quite heavily delayed. Or maybe this is just an idea Overwatch came up with this year. I don't know. But this is a special skin because this is a skin that Jjonak, who was an insane player last year, basically gave the design direction on. He likes octopuses. He likes the sea. And Blizzard were like, yeah, all right then, we'll make you an Octopus Zen. So we get this frankly, absolutely insane skin. Probably one of the best skins there is. I mean, it's just, you can see it there, guys, on the screen. It looks insane. We don't have any better pictures than this or any better video because it's not actually in the game just yet. But I do have details on when this is going to launch. So this will be available on June the 27th for a limited time. I don't know how many tokens it will cost, but it's going to be league tokens, right? So it's not going to be buyable with your standard in-game currency. You're going to have to get Overwatch League tokens. That means when I'm looking at my watch, as of recording this video, it is the 23rd. So you've got like 5 days to 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, yeah, 5, something like that anyway. It's hard to do maths. Anyway, yeah, you've got a couple of days where you can just, I guess, watch some Overwatch League. But it'll be available for a while, so you'll be able to collect the tokens through watching the stream, hopefully, to be able to pick up the skin. Now, there was a little bit of drama with this because Robin, the London Spitfire GM, now you guys know I work for London Spitfire, so let's just get that out of the way. But he did say, well, you know, this is great, but what about like something for the team that actually won the league? And it is a valid point. It's totally a valid point. I think I would have liked to see the golden weapons on the spectator mode for the previous season champions, but maybe that's just because I'm British, or, well, I guess this extends to Europeans as well. But generally, if a sports team wins a league, it has a golden version of the league's badge on its arm. So for the English Premier League, you have a golden Premier League like logo on your arm for the whole season. That denotes you were the champion in the previous season. I know American stuff, like sports, do like really nice stuff actually with like rings and stuff like that. That would have been cool. I don't know, but yeah, it's good that they'll do this. Yeah, I think it's really cool, honestly. I want to see more stuff like this where the designers can just go wild with an idea rather than trying to tie it into events. So yeah, let me know what you think about this in the comments below, guys. Am I going to be getting it? Well, yeah, because it's a great skin. Is it a little bit dubious how the skin was created? I don't know. I think it's still fine that we celebrate players like Jjonak who are insanely good, but also, like, you know, because of my Spitfire stuff, come on, give us something. Give us like a star on the logo. I don't know. Anyway, all right, let's get stuck into the video. So I want to talk about McCree, obviously, because you guys can see I'm playing McCree. And a bit of a spoiler, this is a frankly stupid game of McCree where I'm just doing whatever the hell I like. And I think I almost get 50 eliminations in this game. It's just insane. It's ridiculous. By the way, shout out to the guys in the team who were like, oh my God, we're going to easily win. The enemy team's got diamonds. Now, I'm not sure if they understand how the game works, but if you're decayed, well, then you lose rank. But it still means you'll be in the same SR game or the same MMR game, even though I'm getting confused. So, yeah, let's not do that. Anyway, let's move on. So, McCree, insanely good right now, but I've got an issue. I've got a really, 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 really big issue, and it's Ashe. Ashe is literally pointless at this moment in time in the game. She is supplanted, surpassed, however you want to say it, by McCree in every single way. Now, it was super close before anyway. You had McCree, it was pretty good. You had Ashe, all right, maybe she's more effective at medium ranges because she has her scope, although with the fire rate of McCree, you just kind of make up for the scope by just ramming like shots down the range, firing away. It's beautiful, right? Well, I mean, is it beautiful? I don't know. It's beautiful to me because I like playing McCree. But you can just spam shots down the range and it's completely ridiculous. Ashe is really, really slow. Ashe's problem at firing when she's got the scope up, that is. But Ashe's massive, massive problem is when she's done firing all of her ammunition, she then needs to go away. She then needs to go and sit in a very dark corner, think about her life while she reloads the coach gun. The coach gun's the shotgun, isn't it? The Viper, that's what her weapon's called. While she reloads that. Now, that's great, and it's fine, and it's very thematic, and it fits with the hero, and it's all jazzy and fine like that. Thing is, though, she's not doing anything. Meanwhile, you've got McCree, who is actually just firing so much damage all over the place, all of the time. He's also got mechanics that increases reload. McCree's got 2 of these, so of course you can roll. That gives you all of your ammunition back. Is it a clip? I want to say it's a clip. I don't think it is a clip, though, is it? Is it a magazine? Well, McCree's got a revolver, isn't he? And he puts the 6. But I don't know. I'm not a gun person. I don't know. I'm going to get destroyed in the comments for that. But whatever. Ashe, McCree's also quick reload is his ultimate, right? Because you can cancel it and you instantly get all your shots back again. So you keep firing. The moral of the story is McCree just keeps firing. He just keeps doing damage, and he's doing even more damage than he ever did before because he's just pumping out more shots. It's just simple mathematics, ladies and gentlemen. McCree is simply the better hero. Now, there's going to be people out there who will be like, well, Sty, the issue with this is I've watched this player, let's say Defran, or I've watched, I don't know, Seagull, I've watched literally insert any other super high-level streamer or ex-pro or current pro, whatever, play Ashe. And they've dominated the game. They've destroyed everybody. It's awesome. It's beautiful. So why are you telling me that Ashe isn't very good right now? Because clearly she is. Well, in that situation, the pro player is obviously incredibly good. We are not pro players, yeah? But the fact remains that if the pro player had played the McCree, they might, well, there's no might about this, they would have been more effective because McCree simply is a better hit scanner hero than Ashe. She doesn't really have anything to make up for, well, her lack in damage, her lack in fire rate, her lack in just being able to contribute to a fight. And you've also got to remember, the big problem in Overwatch, and well, we can say this is a problem or it's just a part of the game, is barriers. And what does Ashe do to a barrier? Well, you can unload quickly into a barrier, just spamming shots in without bringing up the scope. That's going to do some damage to the barrier, but then you need to go AFK while you reload your gun for the next 10 years, and then you can come back and do it again. In the meantime, the Reinhardt, or most likely the Orisa in this meta, has probably just deployed a new barrier, which means that, oh, it's back to full health again. So, what are you going to do now? Spam more shots into it. So she's in a really difficult position. I like the concept of Ashe. I like the way the devs... I mean, I interviewed the devs about Ashe back at BlizzCon, and I spoke to the devs about her, like, during all of the launch stuff, and their big drive was they wanted a hero that had more mechanical flair, that was more involved to play, that was a straight up FPS hero. Because remember, we were coming from like crazy heroes like Hammond and stuff like that. They wanted a more standard FPS hero, and that's totally fine, right? The problem is, when you buff heroes like McCree to this level, it really makes it super difficult for Ashe to actually have any kind of slot in the meta, or any kind of slot which isn't just, well, she's taking up space because we should take a McCree. I mean, look at this, right? Okay, I'm pushing onto a Widowmaker there. Widowmaker got killed, and I think the enemy team picked Ashe for some reason. But look at Widow compared to Ashe. Widow dominates long-range engagement, insta-kill ability with headshots, doing 300 damage. Ashe doesn't. Ashe cannot really take on a Widow. Widow will blow Ashe's brains out, and she's dead at that long range. So then we go, well, where actually is Ashe powerful? What can Ashe do? Well, she can come to medium range, and now at this point, she's got a scope. This is actually fairly decent, and it would, in theory, make her, you know, pretty... maybe you give her the advantage against the McCree at medium range, but would you right now? I don't know, because remember, she's firing bang, bang, bang. McCree is bang, 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 and McCree's rolling. McCree just keeps firing. Ashe needs to land those shots, but I probably would if there were two players of very equal skill, and they were at medium range, so medium to long range, let's say. Probably Ashe might be able to take that. But why... I want to say why and when would McCree... That's why I went, why? Mash both the words together. When would McCree ever be out in the open dueling with an Ashe at that kind of range? He just isn't going to be doing it. You can see me doing cheesy stuff here because I think the enemy team's literally just collapsed. And you can argue that they're actually pretty funny. I did sort of peek out there, had a look at an Ashe, and then I disengaged because I don't want to take that because Ashe has got the advantage there. But any other time, you're going to be with your team with a barrier, with something that's going to interrupt Ashe's ability to do that damage to you. She just isn't as effective. So Widow's obviously better at long range. McCree is better at medium range, but there's also another hero we haven't spoken about here. It's Soldier. And Soldier is arguably just better as well than Ashe. So she's in this really bad place where she doesn't really have any abilities which define her. Anything which really says, okay, we need an Ashe now. Have you ever heard that in your team comps? Has anybody ever gone, we need an Ashe? Why would people go, we need a McCree? Well, maybe your team are getting demolished with flankers. I don't know. So we need to get a McCree because their Doomfist is coming in, or they've got an Ashe or a Genji or a Tracer, and we need to deal with them. But I mean, right now, you just would say take a McCree anyway, because he just does loads of damage, right? So he's just really good anyway. when would you take a Widow? I mean, maybe to try and beat the enemy Widow. Maybe it's a Widow map, right? Maybe it's Temple of Anubis first point defense. Maybe it's Ruins on Ilios. These are maps where Widow's going to work super well. But when do you say take an Ashe? I don't know. Like, I'm finding it really hard. I mean, she's got a nice little combo with the Dynamite and the primary fire, or, well, I guess, and the secondary fire if you count. Well, yeah, if she just shoots the Dynamite, she blows it up. So, yeah, it's a nice little combo there. But is it really that effective? Like, I mean, yeah, you can throw it over a barrier, you can do a bit of damage, it gets you ultimate charge. And I guess that takes us on to the ultimates of these heroes. Bob is okay. Right, now, Bob can be really, really good. And Bob can be really, really bad. And Bob, well, he either does something or he doesn't. But he's got two components to his kit. So you basically fire him in, and you're going to get that knockback, which can be quite good. So it can knock tanks out of the way, it can do stuff like that. Now, obviously, enemy Annas, enemy, I guess McCree's even could flashbang it. Enemy Roadhogs could hook it. There's a lot of ways of crowd controlling the Bob. When the Bob gets into position, he will start firing at the enemy team. Does a surprising amount of damage, has an instant lock on. Aimbot, so it's actually quite effective. He's really good against Pharah, and he's good against Pharahs of any kind of skill range as well, which is crazy. But throughout the levels of the game, you see Bob being really, really good lower down, then he sort of starts to plateau out, I guess around about Platinum, and then he gets less and less effective as time goes on, because, well, he's Bob. But he can still be effective, that's the thing, right? Bob can contest points, he can do a lot of stuff, Bob, so he isn't complete trashed here. McCree's ultimate, on the other hand, is like, well, it's a bit opportunistic. You can see I've used it here and got a couple of kills and stuff like that throughout the video. You generally kind of can use it to reload yourself, which is like, hey, whatever. Or you use it for zone control. It's okay. Like, McCree's ultimate's like, it's okay, considering all the buffs he's got now. But when I go back to my notes and I look at all of this and I try to go through it again in my head, and I'm like, okay, why do we pick an Ashe? Why is Ashe in this state? What's going on? And this big, ugly thing raises its head, and it's power creep. This is when you make heroes flat out better with simple stat increases, and that is what's happened with McCree, and that is why Ashe is less effective, because McCree right now fires 25% faster than he used to, and that, okay, you might not say it's a big thing. Oh, it is a big thing. Don't get me wrong there, guys. It's a massive thing. But it just means that suddenly Ashe, who suffers from arguably a very slow fire rate when you factor in the reload time, because sure, Ashe can unload a ton of shots really quickly, but she then needs to reload, and McCree's reload takes, what, a second? And he can start firing again, then he can roll, and when he's dodging as he's rolling, and he's got a reload, and then there's just so much, right? And then we haven't even really spoke about Soldier too much in this video. To be honest, the video would probably go way too long if we started talking about Soldier as well. But Soldier, yeah, I mean, he basically puts out more damage than Ashe, and he's just more effective all round. It's really sad, I think, for Ashe. Blizzard need to do something about this, because if they just come out and go, right, we're just going to increase her reload rate or her damage or something, then we go back to the same problem of, well, more power creep. Then, what about the McCree? What about the Sol? It's a really weird situation. I just don't think she fits into the game very well, as crazy as that sounds. Anyway, guys, I've been Stylosa, this is Unit Lost. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember you can follow me on Twitter, which is @Stylosa. Also the same on Instagram, and I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. Toodaloo.